everybody. It's Nana again. I found a really cool book. It's called The Day Jimmy's Boa Ate the Wash. A boa constrictor's a big snake. And I got to show you something in the front of this book. It says that this book used to belong to Meredith and Leanne Tucker. That's your mama's. This used to be their book when they were kids. I wonder if they remember it. Well, their old phone number's in here, 356-6562. So we've had this since they lived on the farm in Rock. So this story is called The Day Jimmy's Boa Ate the Wash. I'm going to show you the first pictures. There's a lot of really cool pictures in this one. See, that's the teacher, and she's showing him some corn. And that's the picture of the farm. It's called The Day Jimmy's Boa Ate the Wash. Sounds like an interesting book, don't you think? Here we go. How was your class trip to the farm? Her mother asked her. And she is. She's coming through the door. Mama's asking her how her class trip was. Oh, boring, kind of dull until the cows started crying. Oh, dear. There's a picture of a crying cow. Wonder why the cow's crying. What do you think? A cow crying? Yeah, you see the haystack fell on her. But a haystack doesn't just fall over, Mama said. Okay, well, there she's explaining it. Looks like she's getting some stuff out of her closet while she's telling her mom a story about her field trip. Then there's the cow underneath the haystack, and it's crying, isn't it? And she's getting herself together, telling her mama all about her field trip. Have you been on field trips before? Going someplace really cool? You know, I think Eli and Thad have been to a farm before. It's called Where the Wild Things Are. If the cow does cry, if a farmer crashes, the haystack falls over on the cow if the farmer crashes into it with his tractor. Oh, come on, Mama said. A farmer wouldn't do that. He would if he were too busy yelling at the pigs to get off our school bus. Oh, dear. It's just getting more complicated. And there's the farmer. Can he push the haystack over? Oh, do you see the pigs getting on the bus? Do you see that there? Wonder what they're doing on the bus. Pigs don't ride buses, do they? Do they ride buses in Albania? What were the pigs doing on the bus, Mama asked. Well, they were eating our lunches. Can you see that? There's the pigs. They're on the bus. And they're eating their lunches. You see the bag on the one pig's snout? You see them? See all the sandwiches and the apples and the cake and pie and stuff flying through the air? Those were some messy pigs. Why were they eating your lunches, Mother asked. Because we threw their corn at each other and they didn't have anything else to eat. Well, that makes sense, Mama said, but why were you throwing corn? Well, because we ran out of eggs. Out of eggs, Mama said. Why were you throwing eggs? So here they are. They're throwing the pig's corn. You see that? And look at the pigs over there. They're going like, whatever. They're seeing these kids. You see them? They have corn in their hands. See right here? And they're throwing. Oh, there's an egg. Wonder what they did with the eggs. What do you think they did with the eggs? Why do they got eggs? Well, here we go. Let's figure this one out. And why were you throwing eggs? Because the boa constrictor. The boa constrictor, Mama said. Yes, Jimmy's pet boa constrictor. What was Jimmy's pet boa constrictor doing on the farm? Oh, he brought it to meet all the farm animals, but the chickens didn't like it. Uh-oh. Topic number 2 is poultry. Oh, look at this big old boa constrictor. Do you see him? Jimmy took him out of the bag, and there he is. And there's a cat, 2 cats. And looks like a sheep. And there's the farmer's wife hanging up her clothes in the background. Do you see? Look at this. Wonder what that is. Can you tell me what that is? There's chickens, and there's a duck. What else do you see in there? Oh, there's more kitties. There's a lot of stuff going on in this picture, isn't there? Okay, so the boa constrictor's out now. What are we going to do? Well, Jimmy took it to the hen house. Yes, and the chickens started squawking and flying around. Chickens don't care for snakes. Look at this. Look at the chickens. They're flying all over the place. And there's the snake. He's just going in to make friends. Oh, and they're coming out the roof. Look at them. They're everywhere. Look at that. That is a bunch of chickens. And what's going on over here? There's the farmer. Oh, looks like a chicken's about to land on his head. Do you see that? He's right here. He's going to land on his head. That's some scaredy chickens. Anybody ever called you a chicken before? That means you're frightened. You're afraid. Well, go on, Mother said. What else happened? Well, she said, one hen got excited and laid an egg, and it landed on Jenny's head. Oh, my stars. An egg landed on her head. The hen? No, the egg, and it broke. Yucky, all over her hair. There's egg all over her hair. Well, what did she do? Mama said. Well, she got mad because she thought Tommy threw it. So she threw one at him. And what did Tommy do? Well, he ducked, and the egg hit Marianne in the face. Oh, my stars. You should see this mess. You see what's happening here? There's Marianne with the egg in her face. There's Mama trying to get the whole story. And there's the picture of the kids throwing eggs. And the chickens, and there's the snake. He's just kind of trying to figure out what's going on. He doesn't look like he's afraid very much. And look at the mess. Don't throw eggs. Ugh. Well, so the last egg hit Marianne in the face, so she threw one at Jenny, but she missed and hit Jimmy, who dropped his boa constrictor. Oh, and I know, the next thing you knew, everyone was throwing eggs, right, Mama said? Oh, dear, look at this mess. Look at this mess, and they're all throwing eggs. And look at, she's got an egg on her head. She's got eggs in her hand over here, and there's an egg up there. They're on the shelf. What a mess. Do you see the eggs on the floor, guys? Oh my goodness, what a mess. You'd hate to have to clean that one up, wouldn't you? That'd be a big job. That would be an all-day big job. And Mother said, and when you ran out of eggs, you threw the pig's corn, right? Right again, she said, and what finally stopped it? Well, we heard the farmer's wife screaming. Well, why was she screaming? Well, here the kids, they're out of the chicken coop now. Oh, they still got some eggs in their hands, though. And look over here. Don't want to make you sick, but there's the farmer's wife way in the back. And what is back there by her? Do you see Jimmy's snake back there? And he's on the clothesline, isn't he? Do you see him? And these kids are still busy over here. Boy, this is a big mess. And now the boa constrictor's on the well, we never found out because why Mrs. Stanley was screaming, because she made us get on the bus, and well, we sort of left in a hurry without the boa constrictor. Oh my goodness. Look at Mrs. Stanley. You see what the boa constrictor's done? What's he got? He's got clothes on him, doesn't he? He just kind of slithered right through her clothesline and put a bunch of clothes on. Do you see him? Looks like he's got pants and socks and shirts. Oh, and Mrs. Stanley was really shocked, wasn't she? But he was kind of a nice boa constrictor. He was just putting his clothes on. Well, Mama said, I'll bet Jimmy was sad because he's left his pet boa constrictor at the farm. Oh, not really, she said. We left in such a hurry that one of the pigs didn't get off the bus, so now he's got a pet pig. She dressed up like an astronaut. You see her? She's got an astronaut's costume on. And there they are on the bus. And do you see the pig? Look at the bus driver. He cannot figure out what is going on. What a field trip, huh? That's a crazy field trip. Boy, that sure sounds like an exciting trip, Mom said. I suppose if you're the kind of kid who likes class field trips to the farm, she said. There she is. What do you got over here? What is this over here? Do you see this pig? Looks like it kind of came home with her, doesn't it? And there the kids are. They're in their race car, and there's the pig in the back. Don't bring pigs home. Mamas don't need pigs in their house. Oh, but you know what? Look at the top of this picture. Do you see the puppies? You see the puppies back up there all lined up, and there's people sitting in the park, and there's squirrels. Yeah, that's a pretty cool picture. That's a very cool picture. There's a lot of cool stuff going on, don't you think? Well, that was the end of it. And look there's the farmer and his wife, and they have the snake all curled up in there, just living happily ever after with him. They took his clothes off, though. Looks like they got their clothes back. And look at, do you see what the farmer's wife is knitting a great big sweater? See what she's doing? Let's see if I can point to it. Right there. That's a big sweater for this boa constrictor. And they lived happily ever after. The end. I love you very much. I hope you enjoyed the story. And if your mom and dad don't know, tell your moms I just read one of their old books. I love you. Have a good day. Bye.